Welcome to Naija Anchor News. In today's news, former security officials speak out on Plateau State Christmas Massacre, urge government action. In a press conference organized by Naija Anchor News, the Deputy Director of the Department of Security Services of Plateau State, Mr. Denis Amakri, and retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mr. Habila Joshack, addressed the recent horrific incidents in which 115 villagers lost their lives on Christmas Eve in two local government areas of Plateau State, Barkin-Ladi and Bokos. Both security experts expressed their concern over the escalating violence in Plateau State, a region that was once considered a tourist heaven in Nigeria. Responding to questions from Naija Anchor News correspondent, Mr. Joshack described the situation as a sad development, but insisted that the root causes of the crisis could be addressed with the right decisions and personnel in place to curb insecurity.
Like I said, it's very easy that we have to put some strategies on ground to be able to find out, because it will be very easy. When you talk about Bokos and you talk about Barkin-Ladi, it is very, very simple. If the right things is done and the right personnel are kept and
Mr. Joshack emphasized the need for a comprehensive approach to understand what went wrong in Plateau State. He urged authorities to make informed decisions and employ capable personnel to tackle the rising insecurity effectively. In agreement with Mr. Joshack, Mr. Amakri stressed the importance of identifying the root causes of the crisis. He pointed out that religious and tribal or ethnic differences were contributing factors to the violence.
For a problem that is reoccurring, I think the best way is to look at the root causes. Why is it happening? And why is it in Plateau State? And when you look at that, you find out that, well, there are some root causes. Of course, we're talking of the ethnicity, religion, the religious diversity that happens there, and then, of course, people trying to take advantage of this Christmas season, because we've had this situation in most Christmas periods. You have all these attacks.
Additionally, Mr. Amakri highlighted the existence of ungoverned areas occupied by terrorists and bandits for an extended period of time. He urged leaders to demonstrate political will in addressing these issues.
Nigeria is being occupied by some bandits in ungoverned spaces. I'm very sure you've heard that phrase before. And people just hear it and they just pronounce it. And then, of course, the terrorists continue to be there, because we've had bandits since 1915 in the ungoverned spaces of Zamfara, Nasarawa area, down to Kaduna State, Niger State. And these terrorists, or we call it bandits, have been there. If we have the political will, this problem will disappear. But apparently nobody wants to, face it head on, have the political will to face it, so we continue to suffer from it.
Responding to a specific question about the identity of the attackers, Mr. Joshack mentioned that a group known as the Headers, who consistently target villagers in the region.
And you've also known that there has been insecurity and attacks and counterattacks, destruction of farming equipment and destruction of crops by the so-called Headers. And this you've seen yesterday is the same group.
He expressed disappointment that little has been done to address the ongoing threat and called on the government to take decisive actions against the Headers. The former security officials collectively call for a holistic approach that addresses the root causes, enhances security personnel and strategies, and tackles the specific threat posed by groups like Headers. As Plateau State grapples with these tragic incidents, the focus now shifts to the government's response and commitment to restoring peace and security in the region. That is the news for now. Stay tuned for more updates on this Plateau crisis.
Thank you for being a part of Naija Anchor News today. Join us again soon for more. Stay informed, stay connected.